Now let's dive deep into JSX. JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It looks like HTML, but it's not exactly HTML. It's a syntax extension that allows us to write UI inside JavaScript. For example, we can write something like a heading tag directly inside our React component. Even though it looks like HTML, under the hood, JSX gets converted into regular JavaScript. React transforms JSX into something called React CRET element. This is how React understands what to render on the screen. JSX makes our code more readable and easier to write. Instead of writing complex JavaScript to create elements, we simply describe the UI structure. That's the power of JSX. Now let's talk about some important JSX rules. First, every JSX element must have a single parent element. You cannot return multiple elements side by side without wrapping them. Second, all tags must be properly closed. For example, image tags and input tags must be self-closing. Third, we use class name instead of class, because class is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. Also, JSX is case sensitive. Component names must start with a capital letter. These small rules are very important. If you follow them correctly, JSX becomes very easy to work with. One of the most powerful features of JSX is that we can embed JavaScript inside it. To do that, we use curly braces. Inside these curly braces, we can write any valid JavaScript expression. For example, we can display a variable value inside a heading. We can also use expressions like addition, function calls, or conditional checks. This makes our UI dynamic. Instead of hard-coding values, we connect the UI directly to JavaScript logic. This is where React becomes powerful. JSX allows us to combine structure and logic in one place. Sometimes, we want to return multiple elements from a component, but JSX requires a single parent element. Instead of wrapping everything inside a div, React provides something called a fragment. A fragment allows us to group multiple elements without adding extra nodes to the DOM. This keeps our DOM clean. We can use the full fragment tag or the short syntax using empty angle brackets. Fragments are very useful when you don't want unnecessary div wrappers in your HTML. Now let's understand how rendering works. In React, everything starts from a root element. Inside the main file, we connect React to a root div in the HTML file. Then React renders our main component inside that root. Whenever state changes, React re-renders the component automatically. We don't manually update the DOM. We describe the UI, and React handles rendering. This makes development easier and more predictable. Finally, let's talk about conditional rendering. Sometimes we want to show different UI based on a condition. For example, if a user is logged in, show the dashboard. If not, show the login screen. In JSX, we commonly use the ternary operator or logical AND for this. This allows us to render elements conditionally. Conditional rendering is used everywhere: loaders, error messages, toggles, and user authentication. Once you understand this, your applications become dynamic and interactive.